Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Welcome to episode 258 of the Dan Who live stream, the weekly show where we recap the week that was within Marvel Legends and things in between. And as always, I'm not on my own. Rich is here, displayed once. Rich, how you doing?
Woo, Dan, look, I've got my fists up. Oh, I can only use one bit because they removed my fist.
Oh.
Down with Hasbro. Down with Hasbro. You can't do fists.
Do you know what? I should have got a side-by-side image of that up. I'll be able to do it during the stream. But yes, my reviews are starting to hit. I've literally just filmed Daredevil, so I'm hoping to edit that and get that up maybe at midnight tonight. We shall see. But me and Rich were just having a little catch up behind the scenes because we actually spent the weekend together. We went to Toy Fair in the UK, hung out with some people.
Calm down, Amanda and Gay, right? Not together.
Okay, yeah, sorry, yes. Don't want to make anyone jealous, but Amanda was jealous of the photo that you and me had. She was like, why don't you look as happy in photos as me as you do with Rich? And I was like, well, fucking take me to do shit I like doing then. Stop taking me on fucking long, boring fucking walks. Take me to a Toy Fair and I'll smile. But yes, we were at Toy Fair hanging out with some of the Who crew. And I actually have, Rich, over an hour of footage. And it's basically just of me and Tanner commentary, walking around, looking at a lot of people's backs, as it was really hard to film anything. And I don't think I'm going to have time to edit that. So I might just put the whole hour up of me and Tanner chatting. Who knows what we said? We're probably slagging everybody else. Oh, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. And I'm just going to upload it to channel members only. So that'll look out for that on the channel soon. An hour of me and Tanner walking the convention floor, just commentating on the things we see and probably bitching about everybody else in the Who crew. Who knows? But you've got that to look forward to for the channel memberships. But did you have a good time, Rich? Did you buy anything good?
Yeah, I did. I bought a couple of things. I got Jay's gay horse, look. I got Swiftwind.
He did tell me he sold you a gay horse. He does
no.
No.
I went, Jay, I've got my big gay horse, and this like man giving me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my life.
Because he wanted it. Because he was jealous. He wanted it.
He wanted a gay horse.
Yeah.
I'm a bit alarmed that Jay had the gay horse, and I didn't even have it. Dan. But now my dreams have come true.
And that's the Mattel, right? The Mattel collectors, right? Matty collectors.
Yes, it's the Masters of the Universe Classics. Because there is an Origins version coming. So, you know, if you didn't want to pay, I mean, and Jay, like £1,000 he had for this, £1,000.
He ripped you off.
He did not.
What a bastard, Jay. Let's be our friend. Fucking hell.
But Jay did me a good deal on this, so yeah, I've got Swiftwind at last, which I was missing, so I've got Swiftwind.
I was tempted to buy the Mezco turtle from him. Right, I doubt I would have brought all four, but they'd sold out before I even got to him, and I paid to get in earlier as well. So yeah, Jay can give us an update on Legends of Liquor, I'm sure. But yeah, we had a fun time this weekend. There is some bonus content coming to the channel, but otherwise we are here to recap the week that was in Marvel Legend news, and there is some news trickling out. And of course, next week is New York Comic Con as well. And
not another one, Dan. Not another one.
I know. And Dan Yoon has been sort of dropping some breadcrumbs over on Twitter, as he likes to do, to start the conversation. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We actually have a theme this week, all right? No longer are we just faking it till we make it. This week, we are talking about what the potential options could be for the next made to order within Marvel Legends, all right? We will get
Call
to
us
it.
Hansel and Gretel because we're laying down those breadcrumbs for everyone. We are.
Yeah, so yeah, it's coming. But let's just first do the housekeeping, first and foremost. So as I said, the reviews are starting to hit. I only have Rachel and Beast up. Rachel's not doing as good as I thought she would, to be fair. I think you did say to me, like, Rachel's quite niche if you're, like, not reading the comics type thing. She hasn't appeared in too much other source material, right?
No, and yeah, I said Beast, Daredevil, and Silver Surfer, and probably Black Widow are probably.
I'm getting a lot of
even though
requests for Silver
from
Surfer.
like the online requests, you'd think it would be Phoenix and Farrell, but I think both are like. I think Farrell will do better than Rachel, even, to be honest with you.
Well, I spent a lot of time doing some head swaps and all of that good stuff. So if you're curious about the potential of adding Rachel Summers Phoenix to the collection, go and check out the review. And the same with Beast. Obviously, lots of Beast comparisons, but also I've paired him up with the rest of the Astonishing X-Men. So if you want to see how he looks with the team, you can go and check out those 2 reviews on the channel. And like I said, I've just reviewed or just finished filming Daredevil. So Daredevil will be the next one going up on the channel, hopefully tonight. Give me a couple of hours after the stream, but I'll get it up before I go to bed. And yeah, Daredevil's very, very nice. I've got those Dan Who heads that I really should try on this body. Maybe I will on the extra stream. But yeah, there you go. The Man Without Fear. I sort of went and read the first couple of issues of The Man Without Fear just to refresh myself. And the blonde hair's accurate. He's got blonde hair in it. He's also got red hair in it and like brown hair in it. So like there's a bit of an inconsistency in the story, but it's a great look anyway. So all 3 of these.
He's a blind man. He doesn't know what he dies by, does he?
It's true. Why is he dyeing his hair anyway? Well, we wouldn't be that self-conscious. But yeah, all 3 of these, all 3 hopefully will be up by some point this evening. But so far, the character selection in this wave has been on point. Like, I ain't really got any complaints. 3 characters designs that I absolutely wanted. Rachel was just a gap that needed filling. And now we've officially completed Excalibur, even though a lot of people are still saying we need Widget and like Doug Ramsey and a few others down the road. And I'm sure we do.
Who's saying that we need Widget?
People in the comments, Rich.
Fuck off, commenters.
People in the comments. People in the comments.
Let's do Killen and Cerise as well. Come on.
Eric with the super chat. Oh, I didn't set my goal. I'll do that now.
Why did they give a blind man a mini comic? Does it have it braille lol?
I already cracked that joke. You're going to think I stole it off Eric, but I promise you I cracked that joke in the review first, all right? I just haven't edited it yet, but I also might have made light of that, but it was all in good fun. All right, let me set this goal, because that counts as 1. Last week we got 0 super chats, so already we have beaten last week. So thank you very much, Eric. We appreciate that. Dan, it's a good job, actually, because last week's extra show, Rich, we were just showing off your mum's slippers, which I do apologise about still. So if you know, you know. But again, that's the type of channel membership content you're missing out on. Dan Who Extra will be live while public while live. There we go. Setting that up. That's a true story, by the way.
I completely forgot about that.
Mate,
but yeah, we were.
That still confused the shit out of me after the fact. I was telling Amanda, we're like, how does this even happen? Dan Who Extra will be public while live. It was funny though. It was very funny. Okay. Goal is set, but Eric, that counts. That counts as 1. And there will be a bonus show tonight asking you guys what you think the next deluxe will be, because that's the main conversation. But anyway, check out my reviews on the channel. And this is this week's pre-order. It is the Champion and Star Fox 2-pack. This went up for pre-order a matter of hours ago. I know Rich wants this because he wants Star Fox, but I know he doesn't give a shit about Champion. Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah, I can't give a shit about Champion.
Yeah, there we go. There is Champion and Star Fox. Star Fox was an Avenger, right? So he counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Champion was never an Avenger, but it's easy reuse of that Drax body, isn't it, to be fair? So there you go. Star Fox and the Champion with his big championship bout up for pre-order today. Has he got the pinless arms and legs? No, he's got the pins on the arms.
No.
Boo earns. But Star Fox looks good. I like his crazy hair.
How many hands do they come in? Because you need to subtract 2 from whatever they show.
I know, yeah. Look, they both come with a set of hands each so far. But as we've learnt, the solicitation pictures don't mean jack shit at the minute, because they just take them away anyway. Because everyone pre-ordered Rachel for those extra hands, and now people are going to be outraged that they haven't got them.
I mean, what's Rachel without a fist? I mean, what else are you going to do to her?
Have I got a picture of that? That is relevant to talk about, actually.
You got a picture of Rachel's fist in, have you?
No, I've got a picture of. So here's the original. Here's the original solicitation of Rachel. Okay, right. So there you go. Four hands. Okay, you get 2
hands.
Yeah,
Fisted
two
hands.
fists and two grabbing hands, right? Remember, every comic figure comes with a fisted hand, but Rachel didn't sacrifice an extra fist. She come with 2 full sets. However, when I actually come to do my review, you'll notice 1 set of hands. We are now missing. So somewhere along the line, they've removed 2 sets of hands. Why? Like, just why? Like,
Robin Bass. Do you know, I wish they'd have lost the mini comic if it was good if they had to lose it. Keep the hands, get rid of the fucking shitty comic.
yeah, so go and check out my review. I do point it out. It is shitty. Like, it's always shit when things go up for solicitation. It's the principle of these things. I know it's only a set of hands, but it's the principle of these things, isn't it? So, like...
Didn't this happen with one of those?
Yeah, it happened with Thor. It happened with...
And then they went back
Ragnarok.
and redid the images, didn't they?
Yeah, it happened with Ragnarok 4. It's just the principle, isn't it? Like, you pre-order something based on what you see, and then when it arrives, it's not completely what you pre-ordered. It's just a matter of principle. It's not good. It's false advertising. It's just annoying.
You can actually just put this out there, because I do have a law degree, as I mentioned sometimes, but you can actually sue for false advertising.
Let's sue them. Let's take them down.
Should we take them down, Dan?
Let's take them down. I'm sure there's other podcasts out there that want to take them down, but
I don't know. I'll get my money back from Hong Kong, but we can try, can't we?
yeah. But there you go. There you go. That's that. Again, it's just one of those little niggly things. But I do like the figure. It's just one of those little annoying things that I'm not naive about. We've seen it, and I did point it out in my review as well. But yeah, we only get 1 set of hands each for Star Fox and Champion. They go up for pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered them yet, but I will, because
Maybe we can phone
new
Pulse. If no Pulse don't change their photo, maybe they'll send everyone, like they did with the eyes, they'll send everyone like
an extra
to
set.
Rachel.
They'd have to send an extra fist and then a grabby hand.
But of all the characters, like
Right.
Rachel's hands are just red. It's not like they've got any details or anything on them, so they can't be like how
cost-saving hands.
expensive are they? Yeah.
Big cost saving. They've saved themselves pennies. Those pennies count up though. But yeah, class action lawsuit, says Phil Jones. We shall see. Like we have been very open that the one I'm reviewing is imported from Hong Kong. Maybe the ones that actually ship at retail via Pulse will have the extra hands. Maybe we had like an early run. No?
Because X Scorpio had it from Singapore, and that was the same as the ones from Hong Kong.
Okay, so they're the ones that have left the factory then.
It wouldn't have the box, the indentations. It would have been like if there was 2 gaps spare, then maybe, but there wasn't that. So
Phil Jones says Lionel Hutz is on the case. You don't want Lionel Hutz on the case. He will not win. Let me go back actually. I missed a super chat. I missed a channel membership actually from Damien, who says MCM approaches. Any interviews in the works, Dan? Yes, of course. I have some MCM news. I will be talking about that a little bit later. Let's go and say hello to the chat actually, Rich. I don't want them to think I'm neglecting them. Let's bring them.
Eric Baker says, "How does the charge show up on your card from Hong Kong?" It just says, "I pay in US dollars," and it just shows up as the seller I'm paying.
Yeah, they can send invoices in different currencies, right?
Yeah, but they always send it in US dollars. I mean, US dollars must be worth more or something. So yeah,
Maybe it's
so
your
I always
accent.
pay in
Maybe they
US
think you're
dollars.
American.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
maybe they go through like Google Translate.
Let me go say hello to people then. Let me scroll back up. Right, so there's Phil Jones.
Hello.
Eric with the super chat. I appreciate that, Eric. That gets a little like from me. And I'll scroll up. Let's see who was in here nice and early. So Eric was in nice and early. So was Professor Soundwaves. Jim Ruby says, "Hey Dan and Who Crew." Professor Soundwave says, "Is everyone preparing their wallets for the upcoming pre-orders?" Yes, there's lots of pre-orders incoming. We showed them.
Got my wallet ready, Dan.
Yeah.
Got my wallet ready.
Rich has already spent his in Hong Kong though, so Rich is he's ahead of it. He's already broke. John says, "Hi Dan, Rich, everybody, happy Thursday. My guess for the made-to-order item is the Wrecking Crew." Well, based off the attendance of I was about to say London, but Birmingham Toy Fair, nobody wants the Wrecking Crew because Jay was very disappointed that the Wrecking Crew was still there. He was selling the Wrecking Crew as a 4-piece. A couple of people showed interest. Someone even come back for a second look, but he never sold the Wrecking Crew. He still has them. So if the next made to pre-order is the Wrecking Crew, Jay's going to be pissed because he tried to sell them and couldn't do it. So if anyone's got any offers.
There was 523 stalls in the Toy Fair in NEC, and 522 of them all had Kitty Prydes left at the end. So no one's Kitty Pryde either.
It's true.
So I'd get rethinking that astonishing pack if I were you, Hasbro. I wouldn't bother.
He did try and sell a Kitty Pryde as well.
Leave the hand, just remove Kitty.
Just some hands and lock keyed. That's all you need. Home Dude's here as well. Bethany, it started with a click. Shelley, Jason Lopez, the retweeting king, as we've seen. Phil Jones, aka Hill Phones, when he's undercover. Mackerson, Mikey Moonboots, Lady Mac, RJ, David, Evan, and Smith. All three of them are in attendance. Webhead Collects, he says hello everybody. Jay is here lurking as well. Who else we got? Paul McCartney. Paul says membership dropping incoming. Yeah, Paul and Lady Mac stayed for a little bit as well, drinking. I was a bit jealous that everyone was drinking and I was driving. That was a terrible decision. At MCM, I will be drinking.
You have to get Amanda to drop you off next year.
Amanda wouldn't do that. Are you kidding me? Amanda dropping me anywhere? Don't be stupid. I'm the girl, won't do nothing useful. Ashwan here as well. He says hello. Who else? Is it Suck Dog Official? He says Star Fox and Champion ordered. Yep. That's one at least. That's true. Well, basically, Rich is getting it for Star Fox. I'm buying one as well because they're 2 new characters. I always appreciate adding new characters to the shelf. Disemboweled is here as well. Jamie Gitchard. Bruce is here. Lex is here. Gregory is here. Justin Collects is here. I haven't actually watched Justin's stream this week. I've just been busy, Rich. I haven't watched it, so I need to backtrack and see what they've been saying.
Terrible.
Probably bitching as usual. Satan is here as well. Sage is here.
Didn't he have, he had guests on from another channel. That's what I think.
I will watch it. I will watch it.
I'm just being sarcastic because every week it's just someone else on. That's why
he's getting himself out there. That's all he's doing. He's getting himself out there.
He hasn't got Super Multiverse. Wait, get Super Multiverse on. Get Super Multiverse on.
Should we let Justin on a Thursday stream? Is that allowed? Should we do that?
Justin can come on. I like Justin.
Yeah, Justin on a Thursday stream. He's probably busy working. Justin, if you can make it work on a Thursday, come on the main Thursday show, all right? Just me, you, and Rich. We'll help you out. You
say that like I'm Brandon. I've got no problem with anyone coming on this stream.
Rich has vetoed everybody. I'm like, Rich, can this person veto? Can this veto? Rich just doesn't want anyone on. Anyone.
We've had Tanner on with us. We've had Cloud on with us. David Evans Smith.
He came on for his birthday. Yeah, that's like TGI's. If it's your birthday, you can come on the main show. Don't, because it's going to be someone's birthday next week, I guarantee it. Okay, I've said hello to everybody. Let's get back to made to order, shall we? Let's get that conversation rolling. So, I made a tiny graphic, Rich, because you know I'm great at Photoshop. Where does it go? Here it is.
Enhance.
Hang on. Here we go. Oh shit, where's it gone? There it is. Right, so Marvel Legends made to order. Last year it started. It's HasLab in disguise, even though not really, as Dragon Man is still in stock on Hasbro Pulse. It is basically just the normal pre-order.
We need to do a theme tale with like made to order, HasLab in disguise.
Someone get the AI. Someone get AI to make that for us. But yeah, Dragon Man is still in stock on Hasbro Pulse UK. So I don't know why they...
What? Made to order? And it's stock?
Yeah, it's still in stock on Hasbro Pulse UK. So we use the made to order term loosely, all right?
Hello, Aaron Brockovich. Is that you? Like, we need to start suing Hasbro. Let someone sue Hasbro.
Made to order, false advertising all over the place. Look, basically, it's just the pre-order at this point, okay? It's just the pre-order.
They sacked the legal department? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's just the pre-order, right? But Dragon Man and Sentinel were last year's pre-orders. Let me hide my logo for a second so we can see the price on Sentinel. So that is the price on Sentinel. So it was £185.99 for the Sentinel and £86.99 for the Dragon Man. So that was last year. So, of course, Dragon Man has arrived in hand. Did not disappoint, by the way. Really do like Dragon Man. One of the best Marvel Legends.
£185?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell. I didn't realise it was that much.
Yeah, well, how much did you think it was?
I don't know. I thought it was under 100. I've obviously been drinking that night, didn't I?
I'm not wrong, am I? Have I got that right? Have I added a digit?
£185.
Let me just do some confirming on here. Let me just use the.
Is it worth chat? Is it worth £185? That's like I could get like VIP tickets to Kerry Katona and Katie Price for that.
Sometimes you say things that only 3 people understand in the chat. Is that correct? I thought it was 76. Can somebody check? I thought it was 77, 87. Nobody knows the price of this fucking... We need to figure out the price of this Sentinel because we're all going to be charged.
Can we just open the Pulse window and just look?
Yeah, can somebody have a little look for us? Okay, 86 is
Jay
correct.
says 86 is correct.
See, there you go. See, I do my research, all right? You should trust me. Okay, so Dragon Man...
I definitely didn't think it was that much. Yeah. Do I need it?
Yes, it's a Sentinel. It's xmen 97 Sentinel. It's the X-Men. It's our mind's eye of the Sentinel. But my point is that's still to arrive. And so far, the UK date hasn't moved. So currently, based on US, UK, and EU Pulse, The UK, it's the first to arrive. So all that bitching of me moaning that it was going to arrive next year worked, Rich, because now we're going to be the first to get it. So it may be. We shall see. Time will tell. I'm still biting my tongue until it actually arrives. But so far, the UK date says first.
It's already in GameStop in Australia, Dan.
Yeah, probably.
They're waiting.
Australia
Someone's going to go get it.
Canada have got it. It's all out. But so far, we haven't had any promotional pictures, right? Last time Dragon Man, as it was approaching, they sort of updated to the actual physical pictures, you know, rather than digital renders. So we haven't had any updated imagery yet for Sentinel. So I'm assuming when that happens, then we're close, when we're very close to it shipping. So yeah, I still think it will ship in the US before the UK, but again, time will tell on that one. But they were last year's. This year's, so far we've got Mephisto. Mephisto went up for pre-order about the same time as Dragon Man did the year prior. And it's a similar price range. It's actually a little bit cheaper than Dragon Man, but he is a little bit skinnier, a little bit leaner than Dragon Man, of course. He comes with the throne, though. He comes with some soft goods. 1 second, Quinn Comic. Thank you very much.
Quinn Comics donated $5.
Cheers to you.
Greetings from your friendly neighborhood comic shop. I'll start it off. Let's hit the bonus show goal, my friends.
I appreciate that, Quinn. We do. I count Eric's as well, by the way, so that's two. Already beat last week's, but thank you very much, Quinn Comics. He says, greetings from your friendly neighborhood comic shop. Excelsior to you, my friend. Always appreciated. Right, so let's just remind ourselves. Rich, did you go for Mephisto?
Yes.
Yes. So far, you've went in for at least one of each.
Only one of each.
Yes.
One of each is what I've got on all of them.
Yes, cool. So
Sentinel didn't realise the price. Might have one of. We wait and see.
okay, time will tell on that one. So do you think this year... Let me go to Dan Yoon's tweet, actually. Let me chop this, because people are going to think where we pulling this from. So let me get Dan Yoon's Twitter up, because he's basically confirmed another one is coming. Let me scroll down. He tweets a lot about American baseball or football or whatever it is. Okay, there it is. I found it. Let me just get that. Screenshot that. I should have done this before. Whoops. Never mind. Lesson learned. There you go. Do you hear me screenshot it? Everyone heard it.
This is thrilling. You
I know. I'm sorry. This is why I usually do shit before I start the stream. All right. I forgot one thing. I just like to give content. I like to give visual aid to the things we're talking about. Okay.
Control Alt Justified.
Definitely not. We say validated round here. Right. There you go. There's the tweet from Dan Yoon a few days ago. So he says another made to order item. ? Besides Mephisto ? So if we are following the pattern of last year, like
besides
we have here,
Mephisto, to sit beside him on a throne. It's a Madam Web. It's my wife Solder. We can close the stream and go for a drink. Let's go.
Madam Web would be a great item, to be fair. Madam Web's up there now in my top wanted legends for sure. But he's basically saying another made to orders coming in the similar vein to last year, where at New York Comic Con they revealed the Sentinel. So I think at New York Comic Con they're going to reveal another made to order, which is going to be a bigger ticket item, in the same vein that last year the second one was a little bit more expensive. So I think whatever the next one's going to be will be a little bit more expensive. Hopefully not as expensive as the Sentinel, but it depends what it is, I suppose. But yeah, it'll be a little bit more expensive than Mephisto. So I'm going to say around about the 100 price range.
No, because they put prices up. I think it'll be 200 then.
Wow, okay. So we're both on the same page.
In the US, the regular figures have gone up, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be more. I think it'll be 200.
Okay, so weren't Dragon Man 200?
Depending on what it is when we get into it, yeah.
Yeah, so based off Dan Yoon's tweet, another made-to-order item is coming. It's New York Comic Con next week, which they probably consider the second best Comic Con for press after San Diego. Would you say that's correct?
I mean, third after Luca Comic Con.
Luca Comic Con.
Come on, Dan.
Luca Comic Con, then San Diego, then New York. Okay, that's the official order of hype for the Marvel Legend reveals. So yeah, so I'm assuming we're gonna get a made-to-order reveal at New York Comic Con, which is next week. Literally next week we do this. It will be revealed.
I feel like out of all of YouTube, we have said Luca Comic Con more than anyone else on YouTube.
They should send us.
They should get an invite. We should get an invite to it.
Send us to Luca Comic Con, honestly. We'll promote that for you. I'll take a phone that's not a Nokia. Here's my little graphic I made for New York Comic Con. So again, so a week from today, which it will be... Is it a week? Yes, it is a week from today. It will be the panel, which is a Marvel Legends and Star Wars shared panel. But obviously, I'm paying more attention.
Do you like PowerPoints and monotony? Come to the Hasbro panel.
Yeah. So, but obviously, I care about the Marvel Legend reveals. So I think this time next week, hopefully, we'll be discussing some fun Marvel Legend reveals. Shout out Lee, who's just subscribed.
Leah,
thank you. So next week, that's the time. That's Eastern time, by the way. So that's 11 a.m. Eastern, which if we add 5 hours on, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be 4 p.m.
St. James
St.
donated
James.
$6.66.
Thank you.
The hell charger is imminent.
People need some more content. The Hell Charger is imminent. The wells run dry on that one for content. They need a refresh.
I don't think we'll see that. I don't think we will see the Hell Charger.
No, order why. Even if it does have a top, middle, and bottom, unfortunately, it's not happening. I do think it will be a character again. I don't think they're going to do. I think
you see Robbie Reyes will get there eventually, but because considering they've released every other character now from that thing, so.
Wasn't on one of David Display's lists a 2-pack of Robbie Reyes and Mephisto, but Mephisto ended up being a made to order, so Robbie Reyes is probably coming somewhere down the line.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah. So so there you go. Next Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, the Hasbro panel for Marvel and Star Wars is happening. Shout out Bring Toys to Work though, as he's put this together. So take a screen grab of this if you are interested. These are all the panels that we think we'd be interested in regards to toys. You've got Rich is like just getting a closer look at that.
Am I interested in any of these?
So you've got the Marvel and Star Wars panel that we've just mentioned. Then you've got the How the Toys That Made Us launched, which is Nassau Toy Company, essentially. I hope that Toys That Made Us series comes on soon. I think it's next year, isn't it? And then you've got Merch Nation, something about Avatar. Then on Friday, you've got the Marvel Action Brands, which is the G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Ghostbusters. And apparently there will be reveals for all three, which is interesting because Ghostbusters, I thought, were slowing down, but I know the Ecto-1 is due very soon, so maybe they're going to release some stuff to complement the Ecto-1. We shall see. The Nassau Star Trek action figures panel.
Can't wait to get that character who was in Star Trek Voyager Season 5, Episode 4, stood behind a bulkhead and said one word. Can't wait for that. Brilliant selection from Nassau so far.
Mondo Toy Talk Live. I'm always curious to see what Mondo are releasing. And then McFarlane Toys Multiverse is also on the Friday too.
They just come on with like money guns. They'll be like, we got all your money.
Maybe. And then on the Saturday, there seems to be a Marvel television panel. And I think Michael left me some notes to say that we might see a trailer for Wonder Man, which is wasn't that meant to happen before the end of the year? Maybe. But anyway, there you go. Screenshot there. There's some toy-related panels at New York Comic Con, and I'm sure there will be more. Shout out Bring Toys to Work for sending that over. But there's the Marvel one, or Marvel Legends one. But let's get back to this conversation then, shall we? What is that potential made to order? That's what today's conversation is about. And Rich has put some graphics together for us. So let's get into it. Made to order. What could it potentially be? So we've got 10, Rich?
It's not a HasLab. It's made to order.
Yes, not a HasLab. You can see the big cross. We've crossed it out. Not a HasLab. It's a made to order. So you got 10 options here, Rich, right?
10 things I thought it could possibly be, and there's reasons for all of that. I went into my source mode. I went like looking through a deep dive, and I kind of like I think it's more than likely that one of these will be it this year. I think we're on track.
It's getting in the record books. It's happening. Mikey Moon
Boots donated £9.99.
He's a good man. He doesn't even need to say anything. Just wants to support. I appreciate that, Mikey Moon Boots.
And if it's not this year's one, then like Mephisto last year, we're just living in the future. We got next year's one. That's what it'll be. If one of them are not this year, they'll definitely be next year.
I 100% said Mephisto was happening. I was just a bit early. With my prediction. If anything, I was ahead of the game. All right. So listen to me. There could be one of these is right. One of these has got to be. Let's put it into the universe, Rich. One of these is right. So let's get into it in no particular order. First up, Bing Bang Boom. Now there was some rumblings at the start of the year when it comes to made to order or potential HasLab because it was the year of the dragon. and there was a few little clues out there. People were talking about dragons and whatnot. And we thought Fin Fan Foom is perfect potential for a redo. It was one of the early Hasbro Build-A-Figures. It wasn't a Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. It was a Hasbro Build-A-Figure that went across 2 Hawk Waves. The Hawk Waves only had like 4 or 5 figures in each, but they were big characters. And it was impossible to get in the UK. It was basically like Target exclusive in America or whatever. And I think in my life, I've only ever had one part of Fin Fan Foom. So I never completed him.
Which part to go?
Maybe the leg. Maybe.
Not even one of the good parts, then.
No, sorry, mate. But there was a knockoff going around, but I always avoided the knockoffs. But I have seen one in person. I've seen it at Jay's house, and it was a little bit smaller than I expected. So I went round and I wasn't impressed with the size.
Jay showed you his Fin Fan Foom and you weren't impressed.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I was like, Jay, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. And he did apologise, but I said, it's okay, Jay.
Was it green and scaly? Or
the best of us. Yeah, I did tell him to go and see a doctor as well. So yeah, Jay's small Fin Fan Foom, I have seen it. So I do think he is a character that, 1, we need, and 2, that we would want. Because it's just a big dragon. And it will go into that sort of, I know in the MCU they've tried to put dragons into, well, they haven't tried, it is part of their mythology, but it's in the Fin Fan, the sort of Shang-Chi realm with the mystical world. But for me, I associate him with Iron Man because he's in the Iron Man animated series type thing. So I'd want a Fin Fan Foom. Firstly, Rich, before we think, is there any possibility of this, would you even want this character?
Yes, I would love a Fin Fan Foom. But my only thing is with Fin Fan Foom is I think it would be too big for made to order.
Okay.
Because I think it would be more HasLab territory, and I don't think we're back to getting Marvel Legends HasLab. Not that I would want the HasLab either, but I think with Hasbro, I think they've got certain scale that they think that they can't sell to shop. Because I would say this year, especially with like the Gamerverse, like Juggernaut, and then especially Shumagorath, that's shown that they can do these different things. But I think Fin Fan Foom would have to be massive. He maybe not as big as Galactus, but at least like Giant Man or Sentinel size, I would say. So I don't know if you could do it as a good made to order figure, or the price would be so much that people would just be like, no, that's too much. So to get a good Fin Fan Foom, I would love it, but I don't think the Hasbro are there yet.
Okay.
Eric Baker donated $5. So bought up some of the suited Matt Murdock from Ollie's. What is the best paint to use to customize the suit to different colors?
Eric, you've come to the right people. Me and Rich are avid customizers. We always paint.
I use Citadel paints from Games Workshop for all my customizing.
There you go. Is Eric in the UK or US? Because I don't know if they have the same paint brands. I'm assuming some type of acrylic paint.
I think Games Workshop is everywhere now. I think it is in...
Well, somebody in the chat that knows what they're talking about, not saying that Rich doesn't, but someone who... No, Rich does, I'm sure he does. But, you know, like, can someone in the chat that has some knowledge in that help our friend Eric out? Because I'm the wrong person to ask. I did paint...
Just here for my hairstyles, that's why I'm here for.
I did paint Matt Murdock's tie to be red, I think, at some point, to match his glasses, because I thought it was stylish. But yeah, I'm not really much of a customizer. Again, this might upset a few people here, so I don't even know if I should say it. But I actually think customizing sometimes can devalue a figure. I just don't think in 10 years' time, when people are backtracking on a collection, they want a customized version of that figure. Does that make sense?
You know what I don't want? You a fucking head on a figure. That's what I don't want.
That's for me, Rich. I'm not trying to customise that for other people. That's for me. That's for me and my own self-indulgence. Anyway, I said it was controversial. I've probably lost subscribers now. That's just me. That's my personal preference. But there's some great customisers out there. Anyway, let's keep going. So, Fin Fan Foom. I agree with Rich. A character that I think would be wanted by the community, but very difficult for them to do in a way that wouldn't just annoy people. Again, the Legends community... They're on the edge, ain't they? They're on the edge. They're not happy about no hands at the minute, so I imagine a really expensive dragon. So, yeah, interesting.
I think everyone's just like, it's not that they're on the edge, but I think Hasbro do so much shitty stuff now that people are just like calling it out when they see it. That's all. And I think this is the Hasbro problem. They shouldn't be advertising and selling stuff. I mean, they must know Like, even if they updated the pictures, I mean, before we started going out, like, if we've got them in hand, they've got them in hand, right? It's not like we've got some bloody backdoor to a Hasbro factory or somewhere. I wish we did, Dan, because I would use that backdoor, but I haven't. And it's
You're
like,
not using the back door, do you, Rich?
I love the back door. It's my
Okay.
favorite entrance point. But like, I would definitely think that they've got that in hand. They must have seen samples before we've got them in hand anyway. So they must have realized it was wrong. I don't get why they didn't just correct it online. So there we are.
No, you're 100% right. 100% right. I just think the Legends community sometimes like are just rampant, as in like they see one bad thing and they jump on it, but then they ignore the good things in the line as well. Like there are some. It's not all bad. Is the only point I'm making. Like absolutely point out the bad shit. They need to be held responsible for it. Agreed. But there is some good out there as well. And I think a lot of people just ignore that and just focus on the bad. And that's like just not good energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that how you want to live? Just moaning and being grumpy all the time? It's not how I want to live. I want to try.
You got to take the good and the bad and then put them together. And then you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
Okay.
There you go.
Shout out Sharmus is in the chat. And he agrees with you, Rich. He says the back door is the most stimulating part of collecting. There you go. There we go. Said from the man himself. All right, let's go into our next suggestion then. So I think we've got a theme here, Rich, because these are pretty old builder figures, right? And this is another early Hasbro builder figure. Again, another. Go on.
Let me just go. There's a method to my madness, Dan. This is
Okay.
not just thrown together from nowhere. Because if we look at the figures from last year, like Dragon Man was like an old pre-legend Fantastic Four figure that we got.
Yep.
And then Sentinel was a Build-A-Figure. It was a redo of a Build-A-Figure.
Yep.
And then Mephisto, that was a new character, but it was a character that they kind of sculpted ready for the Hazard that failed.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, well, if they did, Mephisto is like a new character, like a smaller character, then the next one's got to be like a bigger thing. So like, because the Sentinel was a bath, I think it's going to be like another bath type of thing. So that's why it's going to be, what are the most baths that we need the most? And then I would say probably Fin Fan Foom, and then probably Annihilus, because a lot of people were banking on the Diamond Select Annihilus coming out. That's got cancelled because Diamond Comics has gone to shit in the US. So I think Annihilus would be a good one to do. Like, he's still around in the Marvel Universe. Fantastic Four movies just come out. He's a big Fantastic Four villain. And he could definitely do an update from Hasbro. Like, Hasbro have done him. It was one of the first Hasbro Build-A-Figure lines. Annihilus was the Build-A-Figure. So he could definitely do with an update. And I think, like, a Dragon Man size, like, scale with massive wings and, like, all his, like, energy effects come out of him, that would be a good made-to-order figure.
I don't disagree with any of that. And this is the Diamond Select that Rich is referring to. So I myself included, pre-ordered this. I was going to use this in my Marvel Legends collection as it was a character I didn't have the previous Build-A-Figure. This was another character that Jay was trying to flog to me at Toy Fair. But I've always said, like, if I feel like we are closer to a new version than we are the old one that I don't have, I'd rather just wait out for the new one myself. So, yeah, like, I wanted this. Obviously, we know what happened with Diamond Select, so now this isn't happening. This is cancelled, kaput. So now we do have to rely on Marvel Legends to give us one to fit into our overarching collection. And agreed, it's an older Build-A-Figure. They can add some fun extras as well with this guy, whether it be different wings or he can come with his little insects things that he control, whatever. So I would like Annihilus, because again, he's in one of those characters as well that's being pushed a little bit. Isn't he like the main villain of some game, right? I swear he's
Cosmic Invasion,
Yeah,
the new Cosmic
yeah.
Invasion. I think he's definitely a villain in that, yeah.
Yeah, he's a villain that I can see the MCU using at some point as well, Cosmic Star or even Fantastic Four and whatever. So, like, I like Annihilus in regards to the creepy character design, and think Hasbro could definitely do a better job with this character design now than they did like 15 years ago. So, I wouldn't be mad at this if it was the made to order, and it was similar vein to Dragon Man and Mephisto. So, yeah, Annihilus. And again, he's a villain that fits in different spots. Like I said, Avengers or Fantastic Four, etc. So, yeah, Annihilus. Good choice. And an old Build-A-Figure. Okay, so we're moving in now to MCU, maybe.
So, yeah, so this is still a Build-A-Figure.
Yes.
So this is Galactus, who we've already had as a Build-A-Figure. And we've had, obviously, as a HasLab as well. We've had a HasLab version of the... But this is going off the Sentinel, which also was a Build-A-Figure, and then HasLab. So this is going, oh yeah, they could maybe do Galactus. That would be like an obvious choice. People missed out on Galactus, wants Galactus. But the Galactus they could do could be an MCU version when we've had that Fantastic Four movie this year. And what else makes me think this as well, right? Is before the Sentinel, we had a Titan Sentinel in Hasbro's Kids line.
Yep.
And what we just had released in Canada and the US, we've had a Titan Galactus based on this Fantastic Four First Steps version of Galactus. So why not then make this bigger, more articulated, and do a movie version of Galactus? So now I think, like the Sentinel, this would not be as big as our HasLab one. So this would be more in line with that pricing, around like, you know, $170 to $200 type of thing. But I think that this is one that they could do. And there was a lot of rumors before Mephisto was announced that it was going to be this. People were saying, because there were those popcorn things, there was like images leaking out and stuff of different things, renders. Hot Toys have done a version of it. Other Funko done a massive Galactus. So there was like, is there going to be a Galactus? So this would be a way they could do it. And they're not going to piss off the people who got that HasLab by doing another comic version. But by doing like an MCU version, you can kind of like appease different people, I think.
So, would people want one? Like, would you want one? Like, if they did an MCU Galactus, would you even buy it? Like, does it even appeal to you if it was true?
I mean, Dan, like I've told you before, if it doesn't come with a Doom head, I don't need Galactus. I've got my Doom head on display. Me and Jesse Falcon and Dwight Schultz is from the fucking... Anyway, yeah, Dwight Stoll, me and Jesse Falcon, we've all got our lovely Doom-headed Galactus. And that's all you need in life, Dan. That's all you need.
I think if they did release an MCU Galactus that was shorter than the comic one, it would just look like a little brother and it would look a bit odd. But again, you wouldn't pose them next to each other. There has been conversations from Hasbro saying they are allowed to reuse tooling from previous HasLabs after it's been a few
I don't be
years.
wanting that. You stay away from that. Don't be reusing those fucking HasLabs.
I'm not saying it's a good idea.
It's not a good idea, Dan. That's what I'm saying. It's a terrible idea. Worse than mini comics, Dan. You write that on your notepad.
I'm just repeating what I have heard. That's all for the sake of conversation.
Imagine the videos of that. Imagine the videos of that. We've got a made to order and it's a Galactus, but just paint it. Honestly, just burn it. Burn it with fire now, Hasbro. just abandon your plans for a made to order if that's your plan. You cannot be doing that. You need to reuse the fucking Titan mold before you reuse that one. Do not be reusing that.
For the record, I do not want that, or do I think it is that. But again, for the sake of conversation,
well done, Dan. Speaking for the people at last. Come on, Dan.
I just like to pull in everything, every possible conclusion. That's all it was. So, yeah, it has been said that possible reuse of... But Marvel haven't done that yet, and I don't think they will either. You're right. So, I don't know. This doesn't appeal to me. Like, I appreciate he was in the film, and it's been enough now where we can comment on our thoughts on the film. And he looked great in the film, but he just looked a bit... I don't know, like he got tripped into a hole. Like, come on, the Eater of Worlds, and they tripped him into a hole. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he just fell a bit flat. So like he's meant to have, he's meant to be the World Eater. He's meant to be Galactus, and they just went, oh, let's trip him. Like, it's just, I don't know. He just fell a bit flat in the film for me. So I don't think out of all the MCU characters we need, I don't think he is like at the top of my list. And if he's not at a decent enough scale as well, because he's massive, isn't he? Let's be honest. But he would look good with Shana Bao, but it would have to be a similar scale to the one we already have. But I don't know. This one doesn't excite me if true, but you're right. It was heavily rumoured. I think even David Displays has talked about it on his lists, which have a pretty good track record. So there's potential. But again, based off what we've had, there has been no MCU-related made-to-order so far. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be. So... again, the conversation continues.
I think out of MCU stuff, he is 100% the only likely candidate. I can't think of any other big MCU. I know there are other big MCU characters, but I don't think there's one that they could do that Disney would be pushing. I think if anything, it would be the Fantastic Four type thing.
Has to get through the license, or you're right. So even if Hasbro think of a good idea, Disney have got to greenlight it. Okay, well, let's continue with the MCU, but in its sort of multiverse animated form, with X-Men 97. Now, last year's second made to pre-order was X-Men 97 related, because it was a Sentinel. So if this year's X-Men 97 is also a theme for the second Sentinel, because it is New York Comic Con, it's a property that they can push. Maybe there'll even be some footage from the new series at that Marvel animated panel that we just talked about. Bastion was the big bad. Like, yes, we love Sentinels, but Bastion was that through point that was the big bad. And he had different forms throughout the show as well. But of course, by the end, you had this souped up deluxe Bastion with the wings, etc. It would be a great Marvel legend. So is it worthy of the made-to-order treatment so they can do it right? We've had 3 waves now of X-Men 97 on the card back. We've had 3 2-packs, and Dan and Dwight have already said there's going to be more in regards to X-Men 97. And they said they're more likely going to be moving into Season 2. So if they are already going to be moving into Season 2, they need to fill the gaps from Season 1 pretty quick. And in my mind, that's Beast and Bastion. Like, if you're going to do 2 more from the first season, Beast and Bastion are the top 2.
Jubilee.
And Classic Jubilee. But at least we have Jubilee in figure form to some degree. I understand it's not the costume we want, but in regards to characters that we haven't got from the first season, Beast and Bastion, for me, are the top 2. So, is Bastion high potential here for another X-Men 97 made to order?
Yeah. Yes, I think Bastion is high potential because, like, last year we had a comic book figure and then X-Men 97. And I know there's been that Spider-Man animated TV show, but I just seen, and Marvel Zombies, but the Spider-Man show just seemed to, like, come and go. No one really seemed that excited about it.
I've seen this. I've not seen Spider-Man Friendly Neighborhood, and I've not seen the Zombies yet. Not saying I don't want to, just didn't care that much.
X-Men 97 was really good. The first season was great, but one of the things lacking, I would say, in the Hasbro line is the villains. We've had, like, Goblin Queen, we've had Magneto, then he comes good, and then we've had Executioner. Yeah. And I think we had Emma Frost in the newest wave. Yeah. But even then, they are not really villainous characters. We haven't had, like, Mr. Sinister, and we haven't had Bastion. And I think the thing with Bastion is to do him in his regular form is a figure that's going to be much like the Bastion that came in the Sentinel, like, at tiers. So then I think redoing tier figures, Bastion is not, it's not different enough from that one, I think. But this version, like a final form Bastion, would be a good one. It kind of ties into the comic books as well, because in, like, Messiah Complex, he's got, like, this kind of look as well. But this big, like, mecha look with the wings, with the big bulky... They could do a light-up chest, Dan. Put a LED in there and turn him on.
No, that gives them an excuse to make more money.
This would be, like... I think this would be a good one. And I think Bastion is not the most A-list of X-Men villains, even though he was big in X-Men 97. I think that this would, like, fit that made-to-order type of thing, like a Dragon Man kind of character.
Yeah, no, I get that. As in, like, because it's a made-to-order, they can try the more obscure characters, because that's the point of the made-to-order, I guess, from their perspective, is to gauge interest.
Yeah.
So,
and if they did do this, they could still do that, a regular Bastion on the X-Men 97 card back if they wanted to, so you can get, like, both evolutions of him.
Home Dude in the chat says, that evil nightmare creature from X-Men 97 would be nuts. Was that the one with the episode with Madeline? In the evil nightmare creature? It's not coming to my brain. Do you know which one he's on about?
The one with Storm, is it? That one?
Oh
yeah, which says the adversary.
Yeah, ain't that like the owl thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the owl from the comics. Haunts are in the comics as well, right? Let me look. X-Men 97, the adversary. Just so people know what the hell we're talking about. Oh, okay, yeah. It is what I'm thinking of. This would be cool in figure form. But I think Bastion would probably be more wanted.
I think Bastion would sell better as well than that. So
yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, there you go. It's another fun idea. But yeah, Bastion, of course, whether it's made to pre-order or not, I think everybody agrees is a missing piece from that first season of X-Men 97 for our collection. I've always, like, even when I was a kid, when you collected toys to a particular franchise, whether it be a movie or a TV show, as a bare minimum, you want the good guy and the bad guy. And, like, Bastion is the big bad of that season. So, yeah, we should have him in figure form. Next up, let's continue with the X-Men theme, shall we? And talk about Apocalypse. But this also sort of blurs into what we started off with old Build-A-Figures. As one of the early old Build-A-Figures was Apocalypse. We got Apocalypse Galactus and Sentinel were like the first 3 big Build-A-Figures from Toy Biz, and we've had redos of Apocalypse as the character, but one was a Build-A-Figure. What have we got? We've got Build-A-Figure. We've got one on the retro card, which is more animated. Yeah. I've got him right here, actually. I should grab him. Have we had
the Age of Apocalypse version?
Yeah, Age of Apocalypse. So we have had Apocalypse in the Marvel Legends line. But if you've seen the show, not only does he have different looks, like we can see there, that's the end of season 1, where they sort of find him in his Egyptian form. Have they travelled through time then? They did, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they travel back in time. He's En Sabanu.
Yeah,
that's before he becomes Apocalypse.
But my point is, his scale changes, like from episode, depending on what's happening or what's needed, his scale can change. And the very first time we got him in the Legends line, he was bigger. He was a 12-inch Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. So Hasbro have never attempted to do a bigger Apocalypse. So would this be a good avenue for them? And it could be comic themed or X-Men 97 themed.
Yeah, and I think from what you said about like them now, when they said on the live streams that going forward they're going to be like drawing on season 2 for X-Men 97, well, the big bad of season 2 is supposed to be Apocalypse. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't be like a bait switch, because the big bad of season 1 was Sinister, and then it turned out it was Bastion behind there. So there could be someone else behind there. But I think Apocalypse, because he appeared in the original X-Men series, it wouldn't be a spoiler to do that either version of Apocalypse, whether it was that version but bigger, because like there he is in like the original X-Men series, like holding up Rogue, dangling from his hand. So you could do him like massive, or you could even do the En Sabanu version of Apocalypse, which again is drawn from the comic books, and then we saw at the end of season 1. So he's obviously going to be in some part of season 2, because the X-Men have gone to the past and they go and rescue him. So he's got to be there somewhere as well. And obviously he's got these like size changing powers. Or it could even be like versions of Apocalypse. You could do like massive Apocalypse, normal sized En Sabanu. You could even do like the kid version of Apocalypse from the Uncanny X-Force run. Evan. You could do like all those different ones.
Or the Horseman, a few people are saying in the chat.
I think if you put the Horseman with it, then you're going into HasLab territory again. Like if you started like, I don't see how they would do the, like, unless it could be just a Horseman, like the Horsemen on their own. I could see that, like 3 Horsemen with like, oh, it could be just be like, no, you couldn't. How could you do it? I'm trying to think.
I think
you couldn't just do the horse with a different Horseman, could you?
In my mind, right, if they're revealing this at New York Comic Con, there has to be somebody that has a bit of presence, right? So, like, out of these 2 versions of Apocalypse, which one has the more like commercial appeal? Like, surely the more generic looking
classic one,
the classic, because you can double it up where it, like, just like a lot of these X-Men 97 figures, like, yes, if you want to create an X-Men 97 display, that's great, but they work absolutely fine in a comic display as well, because the designs are so pure to the source material. So when I look at Apocalypse, I don't think I'd be that excited if it was the more obscure version of Eb Sabanor from the other timeline.
But hang on, Danu, because there's one more version of Apocalypse that you could actually do for a made-to-order. What's been big this year? What's been the big thing that has sold all through the summer theme?
Gameverse.
It is Gameverse Apocalypse.
I see what you did there.
X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom. Like, Apocalypse is the big end of stage boss. Like, he starts off and grows, and he's like, his massive is just his arms. But you wouldn't want just his arms. You'd want him on like a full scale figure. And then this is like it's a different color scheme to the animated one. So this is more like gray and blue. But this would definitely work. I think, like, obviously you had bigger characters like Juggernaut, like Shuma Gorath, but Apocalypse would be much, much bigger again. And maybe you could get him, like, the top of him detaches, so you just have him, like, on the side of the stage to, like, do the fighting and stuff like that. But this would be a great one. It's a different colour version. This would tie in more with the Build-A-Figure we got in the X-Men wave, rather than with the animated version. But it's another way you could do it. And we haven't had any Gameverse made-to-orders yet. And I think of all the figures this year, I would probably say the Gameverse Capcom figures, don't call them Capcom, were probably the most well received, I would say, from Marvel Legends this year. So I think this would sell a lot better. This would sell great. This would.
No, you make great points, because you're right. They have heavily focused on Gameverse this year. I think they've been very open to say it's done well for them, and they want to do more. I think we're going to see more. And we haven't seen Well, we know they're not scared to do more deluxe versions, as we've already got, like, what's it? Juggernaut and Garganton, whatever.
Shumagora.
Yes, don't say that. You're not allowed. So, yeah, a bigger version of Apocalypse. Absolutely, they could. What is your mind's eye of Apocalypse? Is it the more animated colourway or is it the blue? I think, in my mind, it's always the blue, regardless of the animated show. Blue and grey is my mind's eye of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I would. It's like blue and blue. I would say from that classic Toy Biz figure. That's how I always think of him.
That's same as me. So the purple will be animated. So yeah, there's plenty. Like if it is Apocalypse, which again is one of those early Toy Biz builder figures that they haven't yet done. They did the HasLab of the Sentinel. They did the HasLab of Galactus. Now they never did a HasLab of Apocalypse. So maybe it's time they bring him in a bigger scale, but as a made to order. And they have their options, whether it be X-Men 97 branding, comic, or even Gameverse. But I do think Apocalypse is a good shout for it. Out of all of these then, Rich, which one would you want selfishly for your collection? Which version, if it was going to be an Apocalypse, what version would you want?
Selfishly, for the way my collection is now, I would want the Gameverse version in those colours, because I think that would fit well. Like, I've already got that animated one, so even if it was a bigger version, it would look good. My collection is not missing without that one. And like N Sabanur, even though that would look great, I think it's very niche at the minute. Again, that might be, if he's in that for the whole of the second season and like helps the X-Men or turns against them or something like that, it might become more well known. But as it is, that's like from a very specific mini series and stuff like that he wears that like outfit type of thing.
If they do give us a more classic looking animated one, but in bigger scale, I would love them to include little versions of the X-Men. Do you know, just include little X-Men. Just include, because there's loads of images of I think he's beaten a Wolverine as well.
How big would you? Because the thing with Apocalypse in the animated series, he could
he's massive. Like that's massive. Yeah.
He was like bigger than Stonehenge, like bigger than the planet, like everything. Like what size would you want Apocalypse to be?
Maybe just an updated version of what we got in the Toy Biz days. Do you know the 12-inch like dragon, sort of similar to Giant Man, whatever scale Giant Man is, that sort of scale.
So you'd be looking at about a $200 figure then.
Oh, you said earlier that could be a £200 made to pre-order.
Yeah, and I would think that this needs to at least be the size of the Sentinel, and I didn't realise how much that was. So yeah, this probably is going to be more than that.
It'd be interesting. I do think it's a good choice, and like you said, that Gameverse is also a good shout because that seems to be a direction Hasbro are enjoying at the minute. So there you go, Apocalypse is a good shout. Next up, continuing with that Gameverse theme, Sentinel from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is, again, such a unique... Did this design in the comics anywhere, or is it unique for the Capcom game?
No, it's just for the Capcom game, but it looks great, and it's like, it fits that. I think originally in X-Men Children of the Atom, that's where the Sentinel debuted, and then he's in like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as well. So he's got the traditional colour scheme, but it's different. It's like, it's more pink on the top.
It's like Rob Liefeld drawing his chest.
But it's more mechanical, but he's also like more like stocky, like shorter and like wider.
Chadwick, he says $500 made to order Hepzibah, yes or no?
Hepzibah.
Rich, would you buy 500?
Not $500 though, Chadwick. Like I'm from the people, right? So you don't need to do a made to order Hepzibah because she would sell like hotcakes. Yes. You wouldn't find her in Ross. She'd sell out. She'd be like, oh, she's on eBay for She might be on eBay for $500, but she should be £25. What is it in US? What are you up to now? $27 US? I can't remember, but whatever you're up to.
We need to make Hepzibah accessible to the people because everybody will want a Hepzibah in their collection.
Who doesn't love a hairy white pussy? Come on, Dan. Yes, everyone wants a hairy white pussy.
You said it. And we need the Starjammers complete too. So yeah, back to Sentinel though. So we've already had a HasLab. Now we've had the X-Men 97. We also got last year the Sentinel Gameverse 2-pack as well. But yeah, you're right. Similar sort of vibe to what we just said about Apocalypse. It's a bigger, chunkier character that would complement the Gameverse figures. And I think people would eat it up right now.
I just think as well, it would fit the theme as well. Because it was like Dragon Man, Sentinel last year, X-Men 97. Then this year they could do Mephisto and then Game of the Sentinel.
Yeah.
And then next year another Sentinel. Just keep doing the Sentinels every year until you've got an army.
It would be good if they started including the display scene bases like Toy Biz used to.
Yeah, Eric, I agree. He says it would be good if they started including the display bases like Toy Biz used to. Yeah, again, like the times have changed, unfortunately. Today's price isn't yesterday's price, and just the world's moved on. Again, it would be nice to get a display base, a comic, and it would be nice to get actual sets of hands as well. But unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. But I agree. Like dioramas and stuff is always an interesting one because I would like them because I see them as enhancing the display. But again, each to their own. I always like a play set that can double up as a diorama. I think an adult play set is basically a diorama, isn't it? So, they'd be good choices. Okay, yeah, Richie was saying that last year we got a Marvel and a Sentinel. We got Dragon Man and a Sentinel. So maybe this year, again, it's another Sentinel, but this time it's the Gameverse Sentinel rather than X-Men 97. So, again, it's a good shout. It's definitely the theme they're leaning into this year. So there's Sentinel. Next up...
Oh, I got Ian Feldman in the chat says, Hepzibah is a skunk, not a cat. Calm down, Ian Feldman. Hepzibah is neither. She is an alien Mephistozoid or something. That's what it's called. And originally, she was drawn as a skunk by Dave Cockram. But then she became more feline as it went on. And then in like the Warren Ellis run, she's like full-on cat-like. So she's an alien. She's neither a skunk nor a cat. She just happens to look like one.
She went for a second mutation.
Exactly. More cat-like. Cat beast and cat Hepzibah.
When you have a second mutation, you basically grow cat ears. That's what happens. Marvel Comics, people. Marvel Comics. Right, let's keep going. So you've already seen. It's Armor. And we've discussed Armor at every opportunity we get because me and Rich would both like her in the Marvel Legends line. However, we have both acknowledged the fact that it would be difficult to execute in a way to please the community due to her unique character design. Chadwick again?
Myers
he's got a different offer for you.
Now it's definitely $300 uncanny MCU MOD.
Oh, Chadwick, let's not put that into the universe. He says it's definitely a $300 uncanny MCU MODOK. No, we do not need that giant head in action figure form. Thank you very much. Let's not put that into the universe, Chadwick. Right, let's ignore Chadwick's super chat, even though I do appreciate his contribution, and go back to Armor. So, we've said she's difficult to create, but let's just put that to the side for the minute and talk about this year. They have made a conscious effort to try and finish teams. The Astonishing X-Men team is one of them. We've got Wolverine, Cyclops, Emma Frost, and literally in the mini comics wave 2, we've just got Beast. Now, there is a rumoured 2-pack out there, but I ignore one of those characters and say we still need Colossus, as he came back in Astonishing X-Men. And then later on, after those first 12 issues, I think, Armor was brought on into the team. And Armor's a character we've never had in the Marvel Legends line. So it would make sense for them to do a character that's a little bit more difficult to execute in one of the regular formats as a made-to-order. And again, it's an opportunity to gauge interest of the character. So do you think just based off that, it's a good timing to release or make an Armor, and it's a character that people would actually appreciate the option to buy and add to their collection?
I think it would be good. And they've said with made to order, it's for the things that they can't do in the regular line type of things. And I would say, like, probably the Sentinel that we just showed, like, if they can do a big Juggernaut and they can do Shumagorath, they could do a Gameverse Sentinel as a general release. But I think Armor would... I think we kind of get wrapped up in what Hasbro say that, oh, it's really hard to do. Like, I don't think it's that hard to do.
Could you do it, Rich? Could you do it?
I could do it piece of piss, right? So on the inside is just a regular Marvel Legends female figure. You make it fully articulated, right? And so this is Armor with the exoskeleton is quite close to her. But even with this, you can see she's not fully wearing the armor. So you could still do like put her in the central bit, and then you could still have like the elbows and the wrists fully articulated, and they could be separate because you don't need to put in the whole. There's other pictures where she's just in the center of the chest. So with that, you just put her in the center like 6 inches, and then you do the articulated heads into the clear plastic like underneath.
Since they're doing thrones, a larger maestro with throne and multiple reusable character accessories, heads and weapons. West Side Don of Pops.
Thank you very much, Westside Donna Pops. Now I know what the WS. I was just saying W Donna Pops, but now we know it's the Westside Donna Pops. He says, since they're doing thrones, a larger Mephisto with throne. That's the Hulk, right? The Hulk, the old man version of Hulk with throne and multiple reusable character accessories, heads and weapons, etc. Yeah, again, that'd be cool to see. It would have to be a big throne though for his big green ass. But yeah, we've been talking about Thrones Wave for ages. So I'd take it. And they did talk about more thrones, didn't they? We've got a Kang. Now we've got Mephisto. So there's plenty more characters that have thrones associated with them. So yeah, that's a good shout for sure. But back to Rich's point about armor, he's absolutely right. They don't need to like have her arms stuck in there. She can just be more, I guess in its most simplest form, similar to the Hulkbuster style, right? Where she could be like more central, the arms go into like a hollow section, but that is attaches to the more. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it could even be like basically the front and back. You would do like the head and the body she would fit in there.
Yeah, it's like a
so then you could still have the arms and the legs could still move about and everything because she's essentially controlling it from the beginning. But with armor, it's artistic interpretation. Like John Cassidy does a much different to other people. Like this is from. I think is this from X-Men Legacy? I'm not sure.
Sometimes when you Google images of characters, it's all from just Devonshire Art or whatever that website is. You know, it's just people's interpretation.
Deviant art, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But this is definitely from one of the comic book runs somewhere. But again, armor's been shown to have like massive armor where she's just a tiny girl in the center, or to be like you can just do different things. So I think armor it's much easier to do than they make out to do. I don't think. Again, if it was like this, and you had to fully articulate the armor and fully articulate the girl inside, I get that would be harder to do. But I think they're thinking too much, maybe. And I think we don't expect that much from Hasbro. Like just like basically at this point, just a clip-on armor over the top of a normal Marvel Legends figure. I would be happy with that, just to put armor on the shelf. But I think as a made-to-order figure, they could do something special. And they said about made-to-orders, it was about figures that they needed to do more work on. They needed like more design work done on them. Yeah. And this is something that they could do. Like, it's not like Dragon Man, you can't really reuse on anyone else. You can't reuse that Mephisto throne on other people. And the same with armor. You can't really reuse her armor on other things, even though there are other armored characters out there. But I think as a one-off, this would be good, and I think this would be great.
I completely agree. I want armor as well, so... And I'm sure, like, of course, Hasbro are capable of doing this if they put the resources to it. But that's an internal decision, unfortunately, that we have nothing to do with. But as a community, we can be the voice and be like, look, this is a character we would like to see you attempt, as it fills a gap in a team. And she's just a cool, like, toyetic character as well. She has a translucent pink mech armor around her. Do you know what I mean? It's cool. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, so I would love to see them attempt it. Made to order's a good avenue for it, so they can invest a little bit more into it than they probably could when they have to split up resources in overall waves or assortments or themes. Like, if this is just a one-off project that they can attack and do it right, then yeah, I'd love to see them do it. Again, it would look so good on the shelf, seeing the sort of translucent plastic mech, but you can still attach the figure inside. And like you said, you take the figure out and it's just a regular, normal female Marvel Legend that moves all the same too. So I agree with you, Rich. And again, they've been trying to finish Astonishing X-Men, so it's good timing to put this into the universe, because again, it's a made to order, so we wouldn't get it until for a year anyway. So it would still take us over a year to finish Astonishing, and that's even without the rumoured 2-pack. So, yeah, again, I'd love to see it. It's a good choice. She's always, again, me and Rich definitely want an armour, so we will always talk about her when the opportunity's there. And she is that type of character that would be good. Unfortunately, I don't see it happening so soon, but maybe. Fingers crossed. Devil Dinosaur. And what's it, Moon Girl? I've never read this, but I know she's like the most intelligent person.
Moon Girl, and then Moon Boy, the original riser of the Devil Dinosaur, Moon Boy and Moon Girl. But like, Devil Dinosaur is a great character. He's a giant fucking dinosaur. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to do. Like, Mattel have been doing the Jurassic Park line for a long
Can we just
time.
Borrow those tooling molds? Thank you very much. Do that in bread. Do that T-Rex in bread. Thank you. Yeah, it's easy, Rich. Surely
it's easy. And again, in the kids line, they have done like the Spider-Man, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the Venom versions of the T-Rex. So it's not like out of the wheelhouse to do it. But I think even though Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur did have a series on Disney Kids, I think it was, and it's on Disney Plus over here in the UK. like that's since been cancelled. The comic book is kind of gone away, but Moon Girl is still about, and Devil Dinosaur is it's a classic Marvel monster character. Like he would be a great made-to-order figure. You could put in both with Moon Girl and Moon Boy as well. Put both of them in there. So whether you're a classic fan or a fan of the newer version, you get both, and you can put them on there, and they can ride on top of his head. But just a big red evil devil dinosaur, that would be great.
I think this one would be awkward to do without backlash because of Mattel. Do you know, like Mattel have made it so easy to buy dinosaurs in different scales. Hasbro would have to like either make it price friendly or do something amazing. Because I've got a Colossus T-Rex from Mattel, which is in scale with 1/12 figures. Like you can literally swallow a 1/12 action figure, and that cost me like 40 quid. I think I got it on sale, but still, like it was reasonable. And I don't know whether Hasbro could do it at a scale and at a price that people would accept it when Mattel are also out there releasing dinosaurs. So I think they just
I just need to go and get some like Citadel red paint and just paint the Mattel one red? Is that what Citadel, I need to do?
Today's sponsor of today's episode is Citadel. You can buy yours.
Available at Games Workshop all around the world.
There you go. Yeah, I think I've seen customs out there of people painting Devil Dinosaur, creating their own Devil Dinosaur, which again is always fun. But it would be great to get an official release. So I don't know. Like, can you really see Hasbro doing this?
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
I just don't know. I just don't know if it's popular enough. That's all. That's all.
Capliv says he should come with both Moon Girl and Boy. So Capliv disagrees with me.
No, it should. There's no way. Just don't just do the dinosaur. It has to be the pair for sure. Absolutely be the pair. And yeah, you can't have one without the other on the display. Otherwise, they'd be missing. It would be missing. So yeah, I don't know where I'd put him on the display. But then I've got multiple Sentinels arriving, so I wouldn't even worry about that until the day comes.
I'll put him in the Savage Land.
Yeah, could do. Currently, right now, that Colossus T-Rex I told you about is in my shed. In my garage.
There we go.
So no one can see it. It's not even on display. My nephew keeps trying to take it out the box. I brought a T-Rex for my nephew from Jay at Toy Fair, actually, because he's in that dinosaur phase. I think every kid goes through the dinosaur phase.
Yeah, your nephew would love. Why not let me for your nephew, Dad?
I would. I'd get it for my nephew if it came out, if this was real.
Hey.
Of course I would. Who am I kidding? I'd buy it anyway, wouldn't I? It's a Marvel character. Right. Garganto. So technically, this is one of the first Marvel villains, full stop, period. Now, of course, he was controlled by Mole Man, but again, Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Mole Man is a character we absolutely need in the Legends line. Again, hopefully he's not too far away. We have technically had Mole Man through Hasbro already. Again, another one Jay was trying to flog to me. I've just realised Jay was trying to flog to me all the shit that he knows is getting a re-release. So, I know your game, Jay. I know your game. But anyway, I resisted. I didn't buy his Mole Man. But Garganto would be pretty cool to be in a display, especially in Fantastic Four. If you're a fan of the original Fantastic Four, and it's very on theme this year. Wasn't he in the was it even in the film, or did they clip it out? Like I know it was in sort of some promo material, but was he in a montage?
Yeah, he was on like when he's in like the animated bit at the end.
Yeah, I guess like, so.
But Mole Man and Giganto would be amazing figures to put in. Like we've never had a Giganto figure. No. We've had like displays where he's been like
coming out of the ground.
I've lost my words now. I have like what do they call them? What statues? That's what I was thinking. I got there in the end. I don't know statues. I just know action figures, Dad. But yeah, like a big statue of Giganto like fighting the Fantastic Four with like Mole Man controlling him would be great. And it's an easy way to get a little Mole Man figure like in scale as well. You could get a massive Giganto with Mole Man. Fantastic Four, again, that movie has been like pushed this year. I think the Fantastic Four are going to be big push from Disney going forward. They're already going to be the next Avengers film, and they're probably going to get a sequel as well, since it was Marvel's best movie of this year, best grossing movie. Not best movie to watch, that would be Thunderbolts, but it was the best grossing movie of the year.
Now, I hope Bearded Skull Customs doesn't mind me showing this off, but he has sent me something. He's sent me a 3D print that he's going to be sending to me at some point, which is Garganto.
See, that looks good.
A half body. It's 3D printed, but it's half body sticking out the ground, fighting the Fantastic Four. So yeah, if he sends it, I'll do a video. Of course, I will. And there is, again, there's I know they used it in the promo leading up to the film. I don't know if it was in an advert and it never actually made it to the movie, but there's definitely a scene of the movie Fantastic Four fighting Garganto at some point. And again, he's in the first Fantastic Four comic. Again, Mole Man is the first villain essentially. So yeah, whether
It was in an advert. It was in the Little Caesars pizza advert.
There you go.
It says on Wikipedia.
There you go.
It was like Giganto that they filmed especially for that.
Yeah, so I knew I'd seen footage of the movie Fantastic Four fighting him, but I couldn't remember it from the movie. But I know it existed. So, but yeah, in the comics it absolutely happened. So, again, replace these movie figures with the comic figures, and it's fair game. Chadwick again.
Myers donated $5. He was in the ABC montage. I was just typing a super chat about that, lol.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, we're all on the same page. I knew it was in a montage to some degree. But would anybody be interested in this? Like, if Hasbro did this, would it be any good as a half body? Would it have to be a full body, Rich? Like, would anyone buy a half of a monster that can just be used as a display piece?
It would be like Gamerverse Apocalypse. I'd want him to at least detach at the waist, and then maybe like we were saying earlier about the old bases, like have this like rock base you could like plug him into. But I'd want the legs as well. And then, see, that would be a good made to order. You've got two options then.
In NECA's line, I forgot the character's name, but in NECA's line, there's like a character that can pop off at the chest, and it comes with a piece of rock that makes him look like he's popping out the ground, so you can detach it, which is exactly the same thing you're referring to with this. So yeah, I agree. If you're gonna give us him complete, but with the option, like give us him complete like that, but then with a little rock base that you can half and half type thing. So yeah, Dirtbag. Thank you, Damien. Yeah, Dirtbag. The NECA Dirtbag. If you know, you know. Lorenz says he wouldn't buy this from Hasbro. He's not interested. It's not for him.
No.
And again, it's one of them where he's not like a mainstream villain that everybody knows. It's just one of those early, fondly remembered ones because it's the Fantastic Four's debut, essentially. So there you go. There is our 10 possible made to order. So, Rich, to see us out today, I want to make a poll with maybe the 4 most likely or the most popular and see what the chat think, because we've got over 170 people watching right now. So let's sort of get a gauge of what our Legends community that at least watch this stream would like. Which 4 shall we pick for our poll?
Well, Poncho Mullen in the chat said, didn't the leak list have a made to order Galactus? Pretty sure that's what they'll end up showing. Well, since Poncho knows, put Galactus on that list.
All right, Poncho knows what we don't, clearly. Okay, so let's go. MCU Galactus is one of the options. MCU Galactus. What about you, Rich? What would you like out of that list?
I would like Armor the most, so I think we put Armor on it.
We put Armor on that list as well. And what are more likely? Yeah, let's pick some more likely ones then.
I think we put Apocalypse, but we don't specify which one, because I think one of the 3 versions, they've got 1 in 3 chance there. Just put Apocalypse.
Okay, and maybe Fing Fang Foom as well? Is another big
Fing
character?
Fang Foom. Because I think like a lot of noise was made about Fing Fang Foom, like it was about Mephisto like last year, and then Mephisto ended up like being true this year. So maybe they listened to all the Fing Fang Foom when people were guessing about Dragon Man, and they thought, actually, we'll give him that this year. So I think that's a good 4.
So I've just put the poll up in the chat. So I'll go to it live for anybody on the replay crew so they can see for themselves. There you go. What Marvel Legends made to order will be revealed at New York Comic Con. Now, I'm assuming that is a guess that it will be revealed at New York Comic Con, but they may be saving the big guns for Luca Comic Con, because remember, it goes Luca Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, and then New York Comic Con. So Luca's at the top. So if they're going to save the big reveal for Luca in Italy, so I'm just guessing it might be at New York, potentially, which is next week, next Thursday. So we're a week away from a potential reveal of a new made to order. And again, this is all based off Mr. Danyun dropping those breadcrumbs on Twitter like he likes to do. Another made to order item besides Mephisto, a week away from New York Comic Con. Surely. So what do you guys think will be revealed, or what would you like to be revealed out of the 4 we've just chose there? Of course, we just spoke about 10, just it's fun to have these conversations. Some would be great in the Legends line, some I wouldn't be too much excited about, but I think all good conversations. MCU Galactus, Apocalypse, Fing Fang Foom or Armor. So far, Rich, only 12% think Armor, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
45%, which is moving, it's tweaking. It's get voting, people. If you're watching live now, you have your phone or you're next to a computer, Just press a button. Just a button. Just press one of those 4 options, all right? Let's see if we can get to over 50 votes at least. With Galactus to 20%. Oh, Armour's moving up a little bit, but very similar to Fing Fang Foom. But Apocalypse has taken half the vote with 50% of the vote so far. And again, Apocalypse is vague because it could be any version of Apocalypse. Could be comic, could be Gamerverse, could be X-Men 97. Like, we don't know. So,
I mean, it's the anniversary of Age of Apocalypse. It could be a giant Age of Apocalypse.
Could be. It could be. Right, I'll leave that going for a minute. So, Rich, would your most wanted out of that list of 10 be Armour then?
Yeah, I would pick Armour. But equally, I don't think on that list... Is there any I wouldn't want? No, I think I would probably get them all, even though I'm more about made to order. Character-wise, they would all be good. But again, it would depend on price and things like that.
I think my most wanted, genuinely, from this list of 10, would be Fing Fang Foom. Just as a long-time Legends collector, it was always one of those sort of missing pieces in my collection. And I'm now at the stage where there's no point backtracking because we're probably closer to a new version and a new, better version at that. And yeah, that would be my pick if I was... It's a big character that I feel like I'm missing in my collection, and I never had the previous one. Where Annihilus, you can sort of still get one. Bastion, we need, and I think we'll get there eventually, but... I don't think Bastion necessarily needs to be a made-to-order. If he is made-to-order, that's fine, but I think Bastion...
Would you just be happy with a regular 6-inch, like the Bastion as he appears like in most of the series?
Because most of the series, that is how he looks. Give us a couple of interchangeable heads. Do you know, like, I don't know, some Sentinel Prime.
Like Prime Sentinels, yeah.
Just that you could pop on any body, essentially, because he turns everybody
Do you think... But they'd have to make it different enough to the HasLab version. That's what I think.
Linnea donated $5.
Thank you, Michu. Thank you very much. Just helping us hit that goal. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So you say, what could they do different to make it a different... I reckon it'll be they'd update it to a pinless body, probably give it a little bit updated articulation, a bit more stylized.
They could do it in like navy, more like the common rather than black as well. Like, I think they'd have to change a bit.
One thing with the X-Men 97 line so far is that all the head sculpts have been pretty good in regards to the stylization based off the animation. So whatever head they gave us for a new Bastion, I think would be bang on to what we've seen on screen. So you get an updated basic body, pinless at least, with a really nice head sculpt, and then again have some fun with the accessories, give us some other Sentinel Prime heads or something like that. But yeah, I think Bastion is more doable without the made to order thing. I still think him and Beast have to be on the radar for X-Men 97. They're the two biggest gaps. And but yeah, for me, Fing Fang Foom would be one. I still really want Annihilus as well. But he could be a deluxe. Again, they've got...
I think that with Annihilus, it could be a deluxe.
They've got a habit of re-releasing those older builder figures as deluxes, like Mojo comes to mind, or MODOK, both older, good Toy Biz builder figures that got a redo. I think Annihilus could easily fall in that category, where I don't think you could really do a deluxe of Fing Fang Foom. It has to have a bit more to it. But yeah, but again, like you, Rich, I think I could find a place for all of these in the collection. Of course I could. Just some of them excite me more than others, and that's okay. That's okay. Let's double check on this chat then. Let's see if we got over 50 votes. We have over 70 votes now, and Apocalypse, 46% of the vote. So, Rich, okay, final thoughts here on this made to order, as by the time we're back next week, it will probably be revealed. So we can put it in the record books. If it is Apocalypse, what version of Apocalypse do you reckon they'll go for?
I think I'd go with Gamerverse. I'll go Gamerverse Apocalypse.
Does make sense. It genuinely does, based off what they've been doing and following the patterns this year. Yeah, that's a good shout. If they are going to go...
Pick the opposite to me, Dan. Pick the opposite to me, and then we'll be right. If they do reveal Apocalypse,
okay.
One of us will be right.
Okay, I'm going to say animated X-Men 97 Apocalypse.
That's an amazing outfit,
yeah. And I'm also, again, I think if they did the look from the end of Season 1, it's too obscure. Like, right now, because we haven't seen, like you said, it may be his main look for Season 2. But we haven't seen Season 2 yet. So why put out a made-to-order for a look that isn't in the pop culture's mind's eye just yet? So if it is going to be Apocalypse, it'll be more generic, like a souped-up version of the animated look, I think, a bigger scale. And I'd be fine with that, as I said. And again, I'd love little versions of the X-Men to be with them, but again, that's a reach. That's a reach. So There you go. There's our predictions in the books. We'll find out next week. Let me end this poll actually while I've got it here.
When next week they reveal like Null symbiote dragon, like we'll delete this stream and I never imagine it existed.
It will just be MCU Galactus because that's what we got told it was. So
it could be. And Armour came second. Yay! Yeah. Come on, Armour.
There you go. I'm ending the poll. I'll end it when we get one more vote. When it hits 80 votes, all right? That's a good. There you go. I'm ending the poll. There you go. Armour did. She didn't finish. I think Fan Foom finished last. Wow.
Yeah. No one wants a dragon.
Nobody wants a dragon. It'll be cheaper than the Mythic Legions one. I'm pretty confident of that. There we go. Dakota says, just joining. Did we mention the Crystal Dragon or the Crystal to ride for Crystal to ride? Have you
How
seen,
many would that sell? 3.
Have you seen the latest episode of the Strong Collectors podcast? Dakota and Jordan have a fallout. They
have a big. You've got to decide which side you on.
Which side are you on? I'm gonna say Jordan. What about you?
I'm gonna go Dakota.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's go. Fight. There you go. Sides have been picked. You decide yours. Go and watch the Strong Collectors last video, and you can see the epic fallout. There's someone gets called a bozo. Their Hawaiian shirt gets taken the piss out of. Like honestly, I don't know how there's any coming back from these.
It's like Civil War over again, isn't it?
I don't know how any of these. There's no
the comic book, not the historical event.
Yeah. Dragons are so last year, guys. Yeah, there we go. Dragons are so last year. Who out of our did order the dragon? Like, who out of our little mini community did get the dragon that we could possibly visit one day? Jay got it, didn't he? Jay must have got it.
Wouldn't it be Cloud? Cloud would surely have
Cloud's Cloud's the Mythic Legions girl.
Cloud's got about 10, surely.
Yeah. Cloud and Jay? Who out?
Just call me Khaleesi.
St. James? Did St. James get one? I think St. James might have got one.
WS Donna Pops, West Side Donna Pops.
West Side Donna Pops, as we learn, not the East Side, the West Side.
Michael would have won one as well.
Yeah, okay, so Michael, Cloud, Jay, probably St. James. Yeah, okay. All right, now we know who the rich people are in the community, all right? It's, James got one, I think, as the Strong Collectors. All right, good stuff. All right, so we'll be back next Thursday after the reveal. So let me just quickly close some of these tabs and just remind people of what's going on. Let me close that, and close that. Right, one more time. Back to this for 1 second. So, yes, next week, potentially a new made-to-order like we've just discussed. Probably more expensive than Mephisto. We will find out. There's Dan Union's tweet. And then next Thursday, the 9th of October, Eastern Time, 11 a.m., the Marvel Legends and Star Wars panel is happening in room 408. So if you are attending New York Comic Con, they did invite me for an interview again, so I might send David Evans-Smith as my correspondent. I might make that happen. So
tell him to ask about the boots and the missing hands.
Yes,
because that's what the community want to know.
David's going to go and get the real answers. Right, punch Dwight in the face and then go, "Oi, shake him by the collar and go, where are my hands?" We will absolutely ask him.
He should just go without footwear when they go. What are you? He said, "I come as Jean Grey," and then you always do because you don't give a fucking shoes.
David Evans-Smith, go to New York Comic Con in some really bright, obvious yellow boots. Come on, that would be good. That would be good, David Evans-Smith. Do that. Anyway, there you go. There's your panel. And then if you want a screenshot, there the other toy-related things happening. Again, get your magnifying glasses out. But they are there. Zoom, enhance. Use that 90s technology to enhance and have a look. And then I will speak about this more as the time approaches. But of course, as we know, we've got more conventions. No, that image isn't loading. We've got... Try that again. There you go. More conventions happening. MCM London. Rich has had enough of you. He's not coming to MCM London, but I will be there. And Hasbro did confirm their panel. So... I'm going to be live streaming the panel.
They got a PowerPoint, gang. They got a PowerPoint. Pay 70 quid and watch an old man press a button. Yay!
If the internet connection in there is terrible, like it's absolutely horrendous. So I will try and live stream the panel, but I promise you the internet connection is so poor, I'll be better off sending smoke signals from the central London. So there is a Marvel
entertaining. They should do it that way.
there is a Marvel panel happening at MCM Comic Con. Again, we've got a couple of weeks until this, so I'll speak about this again. But this is all Marvel, all Hasbro products, not just Marvel Legends, of course. But G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, etc. will all be revealing something to some degree agree at London MCM Comic Con. But of course, I'm interested in the Marvel Legends. So yes, we are. Last year they didn't have a panel, so instead the reveals were done at the desk at their booth. This year there is a panel, and Dwight's going to be there. Dwight Stall is confirmed to be there again. So we didn't scare him off, Rich. We didn't scare him off. He liked us enough to come back and visit us again. So that would be good to see Dwight again.
That was better though, like seeing them up close. That was much better.
Look, Dwight, as
I don't get, honestly, let's stop fucking PowerPoint presentations. Let's do something more exciting. All the bloody budget and money you got, like do something better, Hasbro. Fucking PowerPoint. Down with PowerPoint, Dan. That's what we need to say. Speak for the community, Dan. You tell them.
Yeah,
you
down
tell
with PowerPoints. Down with PowerPoints, and give us don't take away our hands. Anyway, there we go. We'll be back to speak about this on a future stream. Legend of Liquor is this weekend, so if you want to come and do your final predictions for New York Comic Con, then Legend of Liquor is this Sunday. So you know the score, 5th of October. We are now in that Halloween season. I'm thinking about doing a fancy dress episode of Legend of Liquor the following week. Potentially, but anyway, not this week. 5th of October, Legend of Liquor, and it's going to be obviously New York Comic Con conversations, as we are literally days away at that point. All right, so start hitting me up with those fresh DMs if you want to be on that show. But we did hit our goal today, which I do very much appreciate. We never hit it last week, but we did this week. So the bonus show will be made public. So we're going to head over to that bonus show right now. It's basically like this show, bit in orange, not orange, purple. What am I talking about? It's in purple. I haven't got an orange show. Maybe I should make an orange show.
I say you've definitely got colour blindness. Don't be flying no planes now, Dan.
Yeah, no, there you go. That's what it looks like. So follow the purple, all right? Follow the purple. Dan Who Extra. We're going to be heading over there right now. A little bit later than scheduled, but we had a theme this week, people, all right? Forgive us. If you're a part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier, that's the 3rd tier, all right? Very special tier. You can come on the show right now, and we're asking you guys what you think this made-to-order item would be. What do you think it is? What it's going to be? You've heard me and Rich ramble away for over an hour and a half, so now it's to throw the question at you guys. And if you want to hear more conversation and hear more thoughts and opinions from other people in the community, then come and join that show. I need to make it public, but I promise you it'll be there. Just give my YouTube channel a refresh in a couple of minutes. Rich, until then, tell the good people where they can find you online.
You can find me on Instagram at Displayed One. Yeah, I'm Displayed Ones. That's it. Displayed Ones. Yay.
And yes, me and Rich will be back.
No
next
PowerPoints
week.
On my page.
No, we have graphics. We have visual aid. This is a visual video live stream podcast. Whatever you need it to be, it can be that for you. So yeah, we'll be back next week. I'll be back for Legend of Liquor on Sunday. And yeah, we're more reveals coming. Lots of reveals happening in October, but get those wallets ready, people, because lots of pre-orders are shipping as well, not just from Marvel Legends, from everywhere. So yeah, prepare yourself.
And stay tuned here for the rest of the mini comic book figure waves.
Yeah, and go and show some love to the ones that are on there, all right? I will put Rachel on one side. Oh, she dropped her comic. And Beast on the other side. And hopefully by the time you watch this on the replay, I have Daredevil up as well, as a bare minimum. But look out for the rest.
We did good then, Dan. We didn't mention the Fantastic Car ones. Imagine if they knew it was the Fantastic Car was the made-to-order. Oh, no!